Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a quick message for February 2022. Take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through, my friends, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in this world to get whatever your fulfillment is that you'd like to see. I heard freedom, and that is really important right now. If you've been watching the news and seen that Russia has invaded the Ukraine, I felt a lot of heavy energy the last little while. And I think that this is something that on a collective we're going to feel, and it is coming up into the reading. Interesting, because I tried to record this 3 times, and I was all fumbled over my words, feeling like crap. I have a son home today sick, and, you know, I have this snotty nose thing, and it was just like, okay, this is the first time this is coming up. So freedom is really important, that if you live in a world where you have freedom, use it. Use your active free will, okay? The choices you make and the steps you take in this world, they are so important, because that is freedom at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet, right? So I'm going to get into this reading quickly. I'm just going to take a moment to call in my team of light, your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join us, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the highest good of the entire collective and for the most far-reaching, top-notch only, my friends. So let's get into the cards. I'm going to quickly, I keep saying quickly, but I feel like it's because I can't go for half an hour right now. My voice will not take it. So let's see what messages we have for Taurus, please, for February. So just know as well that this is coming through at the end of the month. It doesn't mean it's solely for February. So you have 2 cards here, the Ace of Bows in the reverse and the King of Pentacles, or this wolf, in the upright. For some of you, I do feel like what I heard is there's a stall. For some of you, there's a stalemate, but that might be a battle against wills, is what I heard as well. I feel like as well it's important, guys, this could be you, Taurus, this is an earth sign as well, but I feel like this is somebody, and I heard lone wolfing it, okay, somebody really coming into their power, really understanding their authenticity, and really understanding that their voice matters, that what you have to say matter, and you're going to say it in a grounded way, planting your feet firm. I feel like it's really important here to acknowledge as well, nobody can make you go in a direction, Taurus, unless you want it, right? Guys, are that bull energy, and that's a wonderful energy when I heard when appropriate. Okay, my son is also a Taurus, so this is where I'm laughing, because I'm also very strong-headed, strong-willed, and bull-headed. I'm born in the year of the ox in the Chinese zodiac, so I think it's also funny because I'm a bull, and I know it, and I think that this is you guys as well, going, that's fine. You know, where people may suggest on how you can go, or different endeavors to do, different paths to choose, but in the end it's going to matter what's right for you and what's going to make you feel most powerful in your own being. So if there's an opportunity that doesn't quite sit well with you, don't take it. Let's get a little bit more about this Ace of Bows. Why is it in the reverse, please, Spirit? The Seer. So you have the High Priestess, the 7 of Vessels in mourning, and you have the World in the reverse. More of this I heard to Ukraine. Some of you guys may be close, you may be living there, you may be in a bordering country, you may have family there. I do, and I'm picking that up more and more, that it is this sadness, it is this mourning, and this is also, to me, I heard like this is, you know, mourning a time of peace. I feel like it's also really important for you guys to acknowledge as well, especially if you're empathic, I heard if you're starseed, if you came to this earth with a mission, it's making me very emotional. If you came to this world with a mission, and maybe it's just to help people, or to change it. I think that this is a really important time in terms of these 2 cards together, because it's like well, we're not going to start something new because we do need to really learn the lessons of the past here. For some of you, this may be matters of the heart. It may be matters of where you're working. This world tree, again, really is showing itself strong here. And I think that it's because on a mass scale as well, and it's coming back to Ukraine. What I heard is there's just such a mass feeling of injustice. And powerlessness is what I heard, and hopelessness. And for those people fleeing their homes and fleeing those situations, you can see that's how they're gonna feel. I'm not sure why this reading, just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. So hopefully, let's hope that whatever that emotional thing is has left. But what I'm feeling like is, as well as there may be something again for you that you're still up in your feels about, something very emotional. For some of you, what I heard as well is it could be past life trauma, but it could be trauma attached to watching what's going on in the world right now. And again, feeling like we're powerless to stop it. But I feel like that is an illusion. What I heard is there's a fear in the air, okay? Spirit, can you tell me more about whatever this is? What is the fear that's in the air? I'm going to take this card. It's not knowing. And again, it's in the reverse. For some of you, I heard hidden allies. 7 of arrows in reverse. Insecurity in the reverse. Tell me more about that. So the card that flew on the table was the Ace of Arrows in the upright, which is wonderful. I think for me, what I heard, this is about spreading knowledge and spreading understanding and getting the word out. For some of you, this is what I heard is a cry for help or asking for help. You have the Archer here. Towards the Wanderer. Ready, aim, fire. Is a Imagine Dragon song. That's what I heard. Ready, aim, fire. Ready, aim, fire away. You have the 10 of Bows and the Sun here. And I think that this is also because this hard work is not done. The hard times are not done. For some of you guys, this really is daydreaming and planning and trying to see a future and a way out of this, what I heard, a shitstorm that you may have found yourself in. They're coming back to really, you're going to want to use your intuition and use those senses that aren't your everyday ones. Use those 6 senses. Sixth. Use your intuition. Use your gut knowing. What I heard is nothing is how it seems. And I think that's why, whatever this is, you're not going towards it. Partly why I think, guys, I want to bring this in too. Partly why I think that the Ukraine has been in here, showing up in your reading is, I wanted to do a reading, actually, it was in my mind earlier and I just haven't got to it. A reading entitled Pray for Ukraine. And here it is again, that I think it's your title, guys. I don't know what's coming through here. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing is that it's going to take a lot of people on the world stage to speak up. And to speak up about the injustices that they're seeing. And I heard publicly shame. I don't know if that's, shame Putin. But what I heard is there's an unjust war. And here's this back. Some of you guys may really have, again, ties to Ukraine or family members. Sorry guys, that was gross. Okay, so 2 we have coming in is the energy is gaining momentum. Work through your fears. And don't let pride get in your way. Maybe a fear that that's holding you back from whatever this is, this new start. But I am definitely feeling that that is an engaging. It's a choosing not to engage in whatever is being shown to you. And as well as there is a lot more here than meets the eye, kind of like Transformers. But I think that when it talks about as well, this energy is gaining momentum. For some of you, what I heard is a resistance fighter or a resistance movement. I want to read to you actually a little bit of the book from Work Through Your Fears, okay? I opened right up to it, guys, so I think that's confirmation. I'm going to hold the card up. If you're still watching at this point, thank you, because honestly I can't control when the emotions come through here, but if I'm picking up on something for you, I'd love to let you know, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and if you don't feel comfortable talking on telling me over the comments, it's okay. You can send me an email. My information is in the description box as well. You know, this can feel like a very scary and trying time for a lot of people, and I think that on a grand scale too, you know, watching this happen, it's like these atrocities and horrors and things that you forget could actually happen in the real world, right? We know it can, but we're coming out of a pandemic, and it's already been really, really hard on people. And then moving into this Russia and Ukraine war, and it's interesting because, you know, right before the pandemic, all shit hit the fan, Russia was gonna bomb the Ukraine. And everybody forgot about it. And it was quiet. And then here we go. Pandemic doesn't look so bad. Call it the flu. Boom, let's go bomb Ukraine. For some of you guys, what I heard is heed the warning, whatever that means to you. So it says this card suggests rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will help you, but it will be deep and transforming. This also suggests that you know you are magical and that this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. Work through your fears, man. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy also is on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to let go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. So attuned to the moon, have some sexy time. The additional meanings for this card says it's time to let go of a grudge you're holding, move on from jealousy, stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? Make an investment. The word paranoid kind of triggered me as well. And I feel like for some of you, you could have been told as well, like you could have seen this coming for a long time, whatever's going on, and you could have been told that you are just being paranoid, and for a long time chose that you would ignore your intuition because of this. And I think that the truth is coming here. The truth is just coming out. So again, like, we can't be afraid we can't allow our ego to get in the way of whatever is happening. This as well, this I feel like could be for some of you, like when the world is in such disarray and when we're watching the news and we're seeing images of horror, and we know how there's, you know, you can't click on social media without seeing like what's going on, people who are worried about their loved ones and their families. Working through our fears is going to be really important here again. So they're reminding me of something as well, and I'll share it with you. Sometimes when I really don't want to work out, I have to get the right motivation, and it means to change the way you're thinking about something. So a lot of times it's like, I don't have the energy, I don't want to do it. But I have some people close to me who are lacking mobility. Their knees are not working the way that they should. And I mean, it runs in the family. I have bad knees. The thing is, I have mobility. And I can make a choice every day. No, I don't want to work out. Or, okay, I'm thankful that I can. And that's been some of the times where I don't want to work out. I'm thankful that I can. I'm thankful that I have the mobility, because those people don't. And also it comes down to not wanting to be at a point where I don't have that mobility either, right? To keep myself healthy. So there's a lot of things here with this that Spirit was like, that's important for you guys to know as well. That sometimes just because we think we don't want to do something doesn't mean it's not important for us to do it. So there could be something, again, like I heard with you guys, where you're pushing back because someone's telling you to do something and you're bullheaded. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm a wolf mofo. I stand alone. And I'm not going to do something. I'm not going to do something just because you want me to. It doesn't feel right for me. For some of you, with this card coming up about sexy time too, I almost feel like for some of you, this could be like a vow of celibacy as well. Choosing, you know what, whatever you're going through, there's too much hurt stored from the past on your heart, and you're still working through things from this. So you're choosing not to do whatever's happening. I think it's going to be really important to focus on the new thoughts, the new ideologies, and the new visions, as well as I think it's going to be important for you to remember you can see through that bullshit. You have the bullshit meter where you can see, and you can take aim, ready, aim, fire. Take aim at what you'd like to do in this world. Dream big. And if it feels like there's a lot of hurdles and there's something blocking your way to your success, what I'm hearing first off, let's try and find a way to check our ego, because it really could be something that we're holding on to the block for. Just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to get one last message from the Earth Magic Oracle here. There's a little advice going forward. Spirit, how can we help release any of the fears that are stopping us or holding us back to our success? So we have Mountain, which is strength, and your perseverance, stillness with Lake. And I think that this is a lot too, that just because we don't move, just because we're not jumping into action in ways that other people may, doesn't mean that there's not a lot of growth and progress happening in these moments of stillness. I also think that it's really, really important for us to have these moments of calm. To have days where there's just nothing going on. You have ebb and flow. I'm not going to read reversals on these. This is the only one that would have come out upright. We just go with the flow. If you're resisting because you feel stillness isn't the way, it's okay. Sometimes it's going to take a little time. There's a song there. It takes a little time to turn something with this Titanic. Turn the Titanic around. It's really, it's like a 90s song. This is important, that when you're taking those movements, you're doing it with the ebb and flow of life. You're doing it with the ebb and flow of emotions. And, you know, I want to say this as well, is that if you feel yourself getting very emotional about something, it's important to figure out and to sit with it for a minute. Why are you emotional? I was kind of saying as well earlier, like this, whatever's hidden. For some of you, if you are empaths, you definitely could be picking up on so much of the tension, the worry, and the trauma that's happening in our world right now. And what I heard is it may be really helpful to take an energetic cleansing bath. Salt, sea salt, Epsom salt, whatever you want. You could even just put lavender in there. You could ask and set with your intentions. Light a candle. Set the intentions that with this water you will clarify my soul, you will cleanse my aura, and that this candle will burn up any of the negative or inauthentic energy that's around my aura. And then when we pull that plug, we again set our intention that anything that's negative or inauthentic or now dirty, because we scrubbed it off, is going to go down the drain and be transmuted with love. Working through your fears. Oh, I didn't finish the whole thing, did I? Like, all everywhere today. Not much unlike other days, but it's just now. There we go. And now I can't find my book. So, work through your fears. So the teaching here says, Scorpio is a sign of death and rebirth, magic and shamans. Its energy is a little bit dark, occult, and scary. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. In fact, it's working through your dark side so that you can get to the light of the new moon in Scorpio and the appearances of this card at any other time. And it suggests that you do that. I feel like, as well, if there's something in your world, where, again, I heard freedom fighter, for some of you, you may really feel called. I heard is to step into action. And the energy here that's gaining momentum, it's if you feel like your calling is asking you to go somewhere, to do something, to put in some sort of work. That last card was breach. It's gaining momentum. You're sitting here in stillness, collecting your strength, collecting your thoughts, creating an action plan on what am I going to do? How am I going to go this? For some of you, you're still working on a cycle that hasn't finished out yet, and it's coming to a point of going, you know what, how do I finish this? Because I'm ready to breach. I'm ready to come up for air. With these two cards as well, this Ten of Bows and the Sun of Life, them being in the reverse, it may be difficult, what I heard for you guys as well, for some of you, to see anything other than a hard life, because life's been pretty hard to you. And I think that this is also what we think we create. If we are looking at our world like life will always be hard, more than likely it's going to be. Even if the situation doesn't present itself with hard things, our mentality says, or it's going to be hard. So I think that's what I'm going to leave you with right now. I hope it resonated. I apologize for all the crying, but I think that I feel a whole lot better now, and I hope that you do too. I love you guys all, and I will talk to you later. Bye, Taurus.